Hi, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. Today's Monday, and it's time to get back to the grind. I know I am too, and I'm on the struggle bus a little bit doing that. But I want to come on and talk about something that may be a little personal for you. So, here's my question. So, have you ever looked in the mirror, and don't be ashamed, and said, why are my butt or my legs or both so bumpy and lumpy? And what can I do about it? It's embarrassing, maybe to wear shorts. I know for myself, I tried to get longer shorts to cover up the back of my legs. And face it, guys, we don't look at the backs of our legs. So unless somebody takes a picture or says something to you or you're not looking there, you're not going to know that you have cellulite on the back of your legs that looks not great, because that was me until I did a before and after picture for a product I had been sampling to see if it was really working. And I was so embarrassed by the picture on the backs of my legs. I said to my husband, I can't believe my legs look that bad. So if that's you and you're maybe embarrassed to wear shorts, a bathing suit, leggings, because it's starting to be fall, and even though we don't have to wear shorts or bathing suits right now, leggings adhere to the skin. And I've seen people, ladies, and I know you have too, that you can actually see their cellulite through their leggings. So in this video, we're going to talk about the causes of cellulite, what we can do to treat it without having expensive cosmetic procedures and those types of things. So let's get started. I'm Shannon Sprenkle, and I'm dedicated to men and women, helping them achieve beauty and wellness, even if living an unhealthy lifestyle without breaking the bank. So what is cellulite? Cellulite is fat that gets trapped in between the connective tissues. They're kind of like fibers that come down under the skin. Fat gets stuck in there, and it causes the skin to kind of pull down or dimple. So that's what it is. What causes cellulite? Being overweight can increase your chance of getting cellulite. And that's common sense, guys. The more fat you have in there under the skin, the more you're going to see cellulite, or the pulling down, dimpling of the skin. And then what happens is you get that uneven skin texture. However, thin women also get cellulite. Genetics play a role in this, and you can be more predisposed to have cellulite than somebody else. So thin people get it too. Women who exercise routinely can also have cellulite. And we talked again about the fat getting caught in between these connective fibers or tissues and pulling down, and the genetic predisposition for cellulite. The bad thing about cellulite is 85 to 90% of women actually have cellulite, and men don't get it as often. So there's a couple reasons for this. I know it's so not fair. But here are two of the reasons. Some of it is thought to be hormone related, and women have more estrogen, which can make us more likely to have cellulite. But the main thing is that our connective fibers are different in men and women. So let's talk about this, and then it makes sense why we get it. So in women, our connective fibers or tissues are vertical. So the fat comes up and gets stuck in up here and then pulls down on the skin. In men, they're crisscrossed. So as you can see, if you're crisscrossed all the way across, it's less likely that that fat is going to come up through and pull down on the skin. So that's why women have more cellulite than men. Men can get cellulite. It's not impossible. And we usually see it on them in the fronts of the thighs and in the belly area. But more typical to see in women. Cellulite is more common as we get older, and that's for a couple reasons. Hormones is definitely a reason for that. The other thing is, as we age, the skin loses elasticity, kind of stretches out a little bit, and then that skin also becomes thin, and so it's more likely that you'll see cellulite. So teenagers can start developing cellulite as well, but it's definitely more common in the older population. Decreased circulation is also thought to be a factor. So if you have wear underwear with like elastic on them and you decrease circulation to an area that's tight elastic, all underwear have elastic, but tight elastic, it can actually cause decreased circulation to that area, which is decreased blood flow, and you can actually get more cellulite in that area. So watch wearing those super tight panties and underwear around the midsection, because that can cause cellulite to kind of form around that area. And also, research shows us that smokers and people that are inactive are more likely to have more cellulite than those who don't smoke or that are active. So I thought that was an interesting little tidbit. Let's move on to the next part. So what are the treatments of cellulite? How are we going to get rid of it? So there's a lot of invasive and non-invasive cosmetic procedures you can have done. These tend to be pricey. And the other thing is they don't last forever. I was looking through some of them. Some of them last a couple years. And most of them are only reducing the cellulite up to 20-25%. So kind of important to know if you're looking into getting some of these procedures done. Exercise and a healthy diet can help reduce cellulite. So let's talk about some of these cosmetic procedures. And I have a list here of them that I'm going to read. So there's acoustic wave therapy, laser treatment, subcision, it's kind of a microblading type treatment to kind of cut those fibers so that they're not vertical, vacuum assisted tissue release, carboxytherapy, ionithermy, radiotherapy, laser-assisted liposuction, cryolipolysis, and ultrasonic liposculpting. So those are a lot of the high-end treatments that are being used. And sorry if I mispronounced any of those because I'm really not familiar with them. So I tend to go the route of a less expensive, less invasive procedure, because when I do research on this, I know that if I spend a lot of money to get something done, it's going to last 2 to 3 years max, and I may be only going to see a 20 to 25% reduction in my cellulite. So I have actually started using some of the creams. Now, a lot of these creams have caffeine in it, and that's because caffeine can actually dehydrate or shrink the fat cell, and then it also helps improve circulation to that area, get more oxygen, and help plump and even the skin. So a lot of these products have caffeine in it, and that's why they work so well. So if anyone has difficulty tolerating caffeine, you may want to make sure you're checking out the ingredients on these products. So you're asking, what am I using? I'm using a cellulite cream that is also a firming cream. I'm using it on the backs of my legs and on my stomach and my neck. Mine has 7 active ingredients, and when you start to do research on some of these products, you'll notice that most of them have 2 or 3 active ingredients, so that's kind of important to look into as well. Mine is plant-based. Also, you use it twice a day, 5 days a week to your affected area until you get the results you want, and then after that, you can drop down to just one time a day. I'll be honest, I sometimes miss the second time a day. I'm really good about putting it on in the morning after a shower. That's one of the best times to use it because the pores are open. And also, you don't want to use any moisturizing. You don't want to use any moisturizers with this because then that fills the pores and then you get less of the cream in. So my cream that I'm using actually has a moisturizer in it, so I don't have to worry about that. So after you get out of the shower and before you go to bed is when you're supposed to use it. And I would say you start getting results. Everybody's different, but most of my friends and stuff that I see using it are getting results within 30 days. I had a friend that got results in 10 days, but the more you keep using it, the better the results get. And then if you want to stop using it, you can, and then pick back up again if you have an event or something coming up a few months before. I personally use mine all year round because I am wearing leggings and those types of things, and I want my legs to look good. And then my stomach always needs help, so anything I can do to help firm up the skin or reduce cellulite on my belly is always a plus. So if you gained any value in this information, that's great. Smash the share button, like it. If you have any questions about a product you're using or about what I'm using, you can message me or just put it in the comments below. Also, if you're interested in skincare, which I assume you are because you're watching this video, I have a freebie out there that I'm giving out right now for foods to reduce wrinkles. So you can click the Get It Now button below and get that PDF for free. So it's a great piece of information and no charge. So let's talk about a question of the week. Question of the week is, have you ever had any skincare procedure, invasive or non-invasive, and did you like the results that you got? And otherwise, I'll see you guys next week on Shannon Sprenkle TV. Everybody have a great day.